Yeah. I am uncomfortable with being comfortable. I'm trying to do the unthinkable. I'd rather die than be stuck in a cubicle. I'd rather spend my whole life in the studio. Practice my swing, I've been working on hits. Trying to do shows and sold out events. All of these.
Yo. Welcome to the Off the Clock podcast, where the takes get real and the filters come off. We talk about what everybody's thinking, but nobody's saying. I'm Past. This is D. White. We're going to tap into these playoffs tonight. How you feeling, D. White?
Feeling good. Watched a lot of basketball, man. Ready to dive in.
So, look, we're going to start off with this Magic and Pistons game. Game 1, Magic take the W, 112-101. Some people went off, man. Their whole team went off for real. Paulo, 23 points. Franz, 19. Wendell Carter Jr., 17. Desmond Bain, 17. Jalen Suggs, 16. Pistons, they had two big scorers. Cade Cunningham had 39 and Tobias Harris had 17. Looks like the big story here was the Pistons shot 40% from the field. I mean, they just didn't play a great game. Orlando definitely.
They also weren't getting to the line. I don't think they were being as physical, and they shot 31% from the three. So, I mean, when you're not getting to the charity stripe and you're not shooting well, I mean, it's hard to close the gap if you can't convert. But like you said, Orlando, they came out firing on all cylinders. They were passing the ball. I mean, they were almost 50% from the field. They killed on the rebounds too. So the rebound battle, Orlando, everyone was trying to rebound. They had like 45 rebounds. They were moving the ball. Like you said, they had a bunch of people in double figures, 26 assists. And they killed the Pistons in the paint. The Pistons they just weren't as physical as a team as I was used to seeing throughout the year.
Yeah, I think Orlando really showed up on defense. They defense can travel. We've seen it now a few times. They defense can show up to somebody else's court and really make a difference. Holding the Pistons to 40% is I didn't see that coming at all.
I know you hold them to 40% and you outscore them in the paint by 20 points. I mean,
it's gonna be hard to win that way.
It's gonna be hard to win that. And I mean, big ups to Cade. I mean, he's out there balling. Of course, he's a premier talent, but it's the playoffs. You need other guys to fire on cylinders and to come through and at least get a couple guys that can get you 10. You know what I'm saying? But when you're winning,
it's going to be hard to win a game when you got 5 players on the other team in double figures.
But I don't think it's nothing to worry about because, like, I mean, after the game, you go in the locker room and, I mean, if I'm a coach, I'm telling them, like, hey, man, they didn't blow us out the water and they outscored us in the paint by 20 points and we weren't getting to the free throw line. Like, those are some things, we'd be more aggressive. Because that also affects like defense. You start getting in foul trouble. Now you're playing like passive because you don't want to foul. You want your main players to be in the game in the playoffs. It's not a regular season game where you're like, oh, I don't want you to get hurt. We're gonna sit you till the third or till whatever. We try to keep your legs warm or whatever. But I think the Pistons come back game 2 and handle business. I think they come out way more aggressive, especially with your best player playing aggressive, coming out, 39, and your vet coming out and, holding it down. I think they're going to follow suit. But, I'm proud of Orlando. I didn't think they was going to take it. I think if they want any chance, they have to play like that every night and play better in some facets. But they're going to win as a team. It's not going to be Paulo scoring 40 and then winning. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, they're going to have to keep up that consistency for sure. I mean, you're not going to be able to win unless you really show up and play defense the same way that they played today, my bad. Unless you keep playing defense the way you were playing, you're not going to win against the Pistons. The Pistons have shown that they can score. They're not going to come out and go 40% again. It's not going to happen. They're going to adjust. They're going to come out and hit the paint. It's not going to be the same game 2. So you're going to have to come out and smack the Pistons in the mouth if you want to beat them again. The Pistons have shown that they're consistent. They've been consistent all year. It's one game. This is why NBA is so interesting, right? Because you get these games like this where somebody can come out and get shocked, But in other sports, it's over after that, right? Like a team can get lucky and win that one, like especially NFL, they can win that 1 out of 10 that they wouldn't typically win.
Yeah.
But in the NBA, you got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
You're going to have to beat them 3 more times, which it's going to be a task. But they've played their last 2 games have been really good.
They also, I mean, they haven't been a number 1 seed. They haven't been in this position, so it's easy to kind of come out lackluster and kind of like be like, oh, we're playing the 8 seed. They just came from the play-in. We've had a little bit of rest and not think that they're gonna come and really kind of come be aggressive and try and punch you in the mouth. Because Orlando had to play 2 games before they played the Pistons. So they also got a little bit of rhythm as a team, kind of being in those tough situations, some of those closer games. So they were coming kind of ready, knowing where they were having mistakes. Pistons just kind of dusting things off. You know, they were first seed. They're waiting to play. So I agree with you. I feel like they're gonna come ready. Their defense is gonna come locked and loaded, and I think they're gonna try to be more effective from the field. I think next game you'll see them making smarter shots, smarter decisions, trying to get to the basket, get above the rim. And draw some fouls on some bigs and get to that charity stripe. So, I'm feeling good about game 2.
We'll see. I don't know. They looked a little shaky that first game, so we'll see if they bounce back from it. That pressure could get to them. You know, it could be one of them deals. We've seen it happen before.
Yeah,
we've seen it happen before. Just because you're in the play-in, that don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
you know,
that's saying this is where the mentality comes in. So, that's crazy.
So who do you got for the series after seeing game 1?
I think the Pistons are still going to take the series.
Think the Pistons still take it?
I think they still take it. I mean, like I said, when you have a game it's not a blowout and they win, but they played a really good game and they barely beat you. You make some adjustments and you know, in basketball it's a game. You could be up 10 points, but that could go away in 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it was one of those games where I'm like, all right, if they make the adjustments, I think they still come back and I think they win it in 6, but I still got the Pistons.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair for sure. It's going to be hard for Orlando to expect them to shoot 40% for the whole series. Like I don't see them holding them to 40% 4 times. And I don't think that they can outscore the Pistons. No. Like if they had equivalent, stats, I don't think they could stop them from scoring. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. We'll have to see. I haven't watched a lot of Pistons, to be honest with you. But I have seen what they've been doing. I'm kind of surprised that they were a number 1 seed. I feel like Boston that was their spot to lose. And so it's kind of surprising that they're a number 1 seed. But you know, they earned it. So let's see if they can hold up their part of the season here. Yeah. Kind of shocking to take. Losing game 1's kind of a big deal. Because you give Orlando life, right? Orlando thinks now, oh, we can beat these guys.
Exactly.
You know, you don't want that when you're a number 1 seed. You want to come in and win your first game by 20. Let everybody know, like, we're for real. Nobody's better than us, you know, and that's where they fell short right here. So the next game, they need to come out and win by a big margin. Let Orlando know, like, hey, we slipped up last game, but we're here. We're still number 1. We're still big, bro.
Facts.
Y'all gotta beat us. You know. Facts.
It's 2 young teams too, though. Like, I mean, Cade's he's got a little bit more under his belt, but for the most part, 2 young teams with a little playoff experience. Pistons have a little bit more because they've been rising in the ranks or whatnot. So, but who you got? You got the Pistons still?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Pistons still. I want to see how the next game plays out. What worries me is that bro scored 39. Cade, he scored 39 points and they lost. That kind of worries me a little bit because it's like I don't know if anybody else on that team can really pick up the slack. You know what I mean? Like I gotta see some other guys step up and score some points because I mean, like hypothetically speaking, if you drop 40, that should be a W.
Yeah.
You dropped 40. Nobody on the other team had any numbers close to that. Like they all were consistent down the board, but nobody really stood out on the other team. But you stood out. All that it took is for your team to show up. Like if his team just showed up, even like a regular game, they would have won the game. But 50% from the field is huge. You know, it's hard to beat a team when you let them go 50%.
No,
Like,
exactly.
It just is what it is. Like, you're not going to win a lot of games when you let the other team score that efficiently and you're not efficient at all. And I think that's kind of what we saw here. They didn't lose by a whole lot, so I don't think we should worry about it too much. Like, they only lost by 11 and they shot 40%. So, I mean, I think they'll be okay. I think they had one of those bad games that they can bounce back from. But if they lose this next game and Orlando takes it home, I think they should be worried.
That's why it's a must win. You don't want to give especially a young team who's realistically, you think they're on a 3-game win streak. You don't want to let them keep getting momentum, letting these guys get their confidence and get their stride. Because we've seen, like you said, we've seen it before. We've seen what it can do for these bottom tier teams, these 8 and 7 seed teams. If they get a little bit of momentum, they are hard to beat.
And the Magic are typically good at away games. They were 19 and 20 on the season. So I mean, typically they're not great on away games. They're under 500. So I mean, like, the Pistons dropped the ball more than the Orlando won, I feel like. I mean, history tells us they're just not very good, you know, when they're not at home. So, but we'll see. I mean, the Pistons are what? They were 31 and 9 at home on the season, which is outstanding. So it's like for them to lose game 1 at home against a team that's not good at, you know, away it's a little concerning, but we'll see how they bounce back. But we're going to move on and talk about a team that I know you want to talk about, your Celtics. All right. So Celtics won their game 123-91. What you think, man? Go ahead.
Hey,
put it out there.
We came out and we were great. I will say this. The 76ers were without Embiid, which I think he does make a difference for how they were playing and how effective he can be. That's obvious, but they couldn't guard 76ers couldn't guard the Celtics right off the bat. I mean, we dominated in pretty much every statistical category in the game. Moving the ball, distribution, rebounds, fast break points off turnovers. I mean, whatever you want. I mean, we shot 50% from the field, you know, making our free throws. You got the points are spread. Jason Tatum looked, you know, he looked fluid. He looked like he was comfortable. He was being aggressive, which of course you love to see with him being hurt. I don't see the 76ers really winning if they play how they played. You know, you're not knocking down shots. You're not getting rebounds. You know, you're letting these guys get these rebounds. And they look comfortable out there. They didn't look uncomfortable or like they're overly exerting. It looked like they were just running through the motions to me. So, you know, and I might be biased because, you know, it's Celtic Nation, but it's Celtic Nation, but it was a great game. It was a one-sided game. I mean, it was basically a 30-point game from the second quarter on. So
yeah,
pretty clear landslide.
Now you guys aren't going to lose a lot of games when Jaylen Brown has 26 and Jason Tatum has 25.
No, yeah.
It's just going to be hard for somebody to beat you guys when you guys shoot the way that you guys shot and the other team shoots the way that they did. I mean, I think you guys had 22 points off of turnovers. 76ers shot 38% from the field and 17% from 3. You're not going to beat the Celtics like that. You can't shoot 17% from 3 against the Celtics and win a game.
No. And they were firing them too. Like, I mean, big ups to what's his name? Why am I blanking? Maxey.
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey.
Points.
Big ups to him. I mean, he was a huge leader. He was being vocal. He was talking. He was uplifting his players. He's trying to tell them, you know, don't worry about it. You know, Drummond was getting down on himself. Like, they got pieces, but it's hard when you're not. You know what I mean? Like, it gets very discouraging, and they're tiring themselves out because now you're shooting quickly into your shot clock. You know, you're trying to hurry up and get as many possessions so you can claw back, and that's not really an effective way. You know what I'm saying? He was telling them during the game, which I thought was good. He was saying, stay the course, stay the course. Like, we got to trust, like, it's okay. You know, he was saying it's game one, but, you know, they're going to have to come out knocking shots down and make it more difficult for the Celtics. Like, stop letting them get to their spot. You know, Jaylen Brown's getting to the high post. You know, he loves them high post fades, the little Kobe turn fades and stuff. And, you know,
What's
JT,
good,
he's
ODM?
getting comfortable. What's
Shout out
good? What it
ODM.
do? Shout out ODM, man. ODM Slim in the building. Yeah, no, you know me. We sweeping them. We sweeping them. They don't, you know, they don't want none of this. But next year, better luck next year.
Better luck next year is crazy. Nah, I think you're right. I don't know about sweep. I think they win one, but I think you guys got this one in the bag. I mean, 17% from three. That's a hard mental barrier to get over. I mean, they played bad, like abysmal. It wasn't even close. Like, to come out and lose by 30 in game one, you got to be, and they don't have a guy that can mentally lead them out of that.
Yeah,
like
no.
Paul George isn't that guy, and neither is Embiid. And Maxey ain't played. He ain't been around long enough, and he's not the leader that can really take that team out of that ditch like that.
He's getting put in that spot because he's the number one scorer, the number one option. So he's kind of like forced into that role. So, I mean, and I think it's a good experience for VJ Edgecombe. I mean, the young brother can hoop, bro. But you see it sometimes in certain plays, some of the shots that he's taken. You know, he's going for a tip dunk instead of trying to, you know, try and get the rebound and reset it up and get some momentum in the offense because, you know, they're down. So he's trying to run and gun it. But yeah, they don't really have a solid leader. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who can control the tempo, somebody that could, you know, bring it, reel in the team. PG's kind of just there.
And Embiid should have a Band-Aid next to his name because he's always hurt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no.
Embiid is going to get hurt. Even if he comes back, he might be hurt before the series is over.
I don't wish it on him, but it's true. It's happened before, and he's injury prone.
I mean, you can't rely on him to be consistent or be consistently on the court.
That's why they got guys like. That's why they got Drummond. You're trying to give him breather, but now Drummond and them get put into more minutes because he's hurt. So then their role changes. You know what I mean? So it's like some of these players are getting asked more of them because the shift in how they were trying to do things for the playoffs. Because I mean, Embiid is not just your typical big man. He's a stretch big man. He likes to be at the top of the key. He likes to he likes to shoot the ball. He likes to dribble. He likes to attack the cup coming downhill. And so you have a guard who a lot of the play style that these people are used to. You got Drummond. Drummond can't really shoot like that. He's a block big. He's an old school block big.
He's a 10 and 5 guy.
What? 10 rebounds, 5 points.
Yeah, 10 rebounds, 5 points.
Oh, me.
He's not gonna show up and do nothing crazy. He gonna always show up, but he's not gonna do nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Drummond, I believe in him more than I do Embiid. Embiid is like AD to me. Him and AD are like two peas in a pod. They get hurt a lot. They want to do their play style, like how you're saying. They want to stretch big, and then they have this play style that always causes them to get hurt. They want to move too fast. They want to do all this flashy. They think they're guards. They think that they're going to guard their way into the victory every time instead of being a big. That's why they're always hurt. AD thinks the same thing. Like, I'm going to go out here and be Kyrie Irving. Like, no, you're not. You're getting hurt. They're always hurt.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get off topic about AD, but Embiid, we've seen it time and time again. He gets hurt. It's always something with this guy, bro. And honestly, I'm tired of seeing him at the helm for the 76ers. I feel like that organization, that fan base, they deserve better. Like, 76ers, that's a storied franchise. Like, they should be one of the top dogs. And when you got a guy that's like, why is Paul George the front runner right now? Embiid should be playing. You got to rely on Paul George.
You paid him all that money too. You limited yourself in the type of pickups that you could get to help your team because you paid him all that money and he's always hurt. You know what I'm saying? So
And this is what we were talking about the other day. You got these guys making $200, $300 million, and they don't play 30 games.
Yeah. And it's not just a one season thing. Like him and Kawhi are kind of in that same boat. He's younger than Kawhi, obviously, but he's like right up there.
Bro, they're not playing more than 40 games.
Yeah.
Embiid has been hurt every single year.
Great talent, but he doesn't have the motor. He doesn't have the he don't got the motor.
He just doesn't have the body. He needs to lose. He really needs to, I mean, I know coming from me, this is crazy, but he needs to lose some weight. He look a little heavy. The only person that I've been able to see that it could be big and doesn't get hurt all the time is Jokic. Jokic somehow
he sticks to a play style that fits him, bro. Like you think about his movements, even though he's like he can be flashy or he might shoot, he might come downhill. When he comes downhill, the way he utilizes his body weight and he's a touch guy. Embiid's trying to go through somebody. He's coming downhill fast. He's trying to and Joker's not really trying to.
We have the technical difficulties, but I think what he was trying to say is Embiid, he got a little bit more movement. Let me see what you're talking about in the comments. We got Eric White in the comments. Kawhi is the only one that can play hurt and get through the playoffs. I agree with that. Kawhi got an interesting game too, but he plays defense as well. He ain't like them other guys. Like Embiid don't play no defense. I don't like to talk bad about players, but I'm not a huge Embiid fan. I feel like after what he did to Ben Simmons, talking all crazy about Ben Simmons, calling Ben Simmons soft, all this stuff, right? He ain't really did too much. Like, why you talk about Ben Simmons and you ain't never did nothing either? That?
Yeah.
Sound a little. Your mic sounds cooked. You might want to. Oh no, you talk again. Yeah, you might have to find a different spot. Embiid never been to the big game, so he doesn't have the experience of a long season. Yeah, it's not even just that though, bro. He can't make it to the big game. He can't make it there because he's always hurt. How you gonna get to the big game and you hurt? You can't even make it there. His team can't even rely on him. This is a common thing with these guys, bro. Like the NBA is bad with these injuries. I don't know what they got going on. I don't know what the players are doing. I don't know what kind of shoes they're wearing. But bro, they're always hurt. We all agree. See? That's what I'm saying. It gets crazy, bro. It gets crazy with these NBA players, bro. D. White having some technical difficulties, y'all. It's on us. You back?
All right, we back. We had some technical difficulties.
All right, so what was you saying?
Oh, Eric's here. What up, Eric? Who saying me?
Yeah, go ahead and finish what you were saying.
No,
he said it's crazy because Embiid wears the right shoes.
No, it's just like the difference to me between Joker and Embiid is Joker, he reminds me of Dirk. Like Dirk had a play style that was unique to him and how he moved and how he maneuvered. So like he did deal with injuries, but it wasn't as much as Embiid. Embiid, he hits the ground a lot. He's coming downhill like a guard. He thinks he's Shaq, but he's not. It's like you said, he's not. He doesn't have the physical makeup to that's going down there and banging every single night. Joker's he mastered the finesse. It looks more less rushed and forced when Joker's shooting. He knows how to use his body, kind of like KD. He'll lean on you, and he uses a lot of like fadeaways. He also doesn't jump a lot, I feel like. Like Joker's not overexerting any joint or anything. He's gonna stay within his realm, and he's very good at it. Embiid does stuff he doesn't need to do. I feel like he wants to be like a LeBron James, basically, like a forward. Like he doesn't want to be he doesn't want to be like a guard, but he doesn't want to be a big. He wants to be like something in the middle, and he's not, basically. Like he'll try and run the floor. He's in transition. He's sprinting. He's doing this. When you're hurt and you've had all those knee injuries, you've had the back injuries. Like you gotta shift that focus. You know what I'm saying? You have to kind of start utilizing your other skills because he's at this point doing it to himself. He's banging himself up, knowing he has ankle injuries, knee injuries, and you're 7 feet tall. So you're already naturally as a human being, you're already gonna have issues with your joints because of how tall you are.
Yeah. I think the worst thing that they ever did was start letting big shoot threes. Like, and I say this as somebody that was a big, right? Like the work, like you remember you was there when Coach Din tried to take me out the game. Like, bro, I'm
you
saying,
lucky you made that.
yeah. So, like, bro, that's my thing with these bigs. Like, they want to do everything except get grimy in the paint. Like he could be at the bow going crazy. Nobody can guard Embiid. Like that's what was so nasty about Shaq. He left his footwork inside the paint. He let his speed and athleticism work inside the paint. He wasn't worried about shooting jump shots.
No.
That's the thing is like Embiid is that athletic. He can move. He has that same ability to move like that, but he's worried about shooting threes. And like you said, digging it from and Joker, he's a threat like that because he can pass. See, like his ability to pass is better than all the rest of the bigs. Yeah. Like he doesn't even have to shoot. They can still score with him just passing the ball.
Yeah, it makes him dangerous. I think what you're saying too is like, just to add on to what you're saying, I feel like a lot of players try and add things to their arsenal that they don't need to add. Like Shaq, like he didn't need to add jumpers. He could get 20 and 15. So it's like, why would he be in the gym shooting a million threes when he can already get 20 and 15 and be a rim protector? Embiid can get astronomical numbers. He doesn't need to shoot threes. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't need to try and take somebody off the dribble. He's not the best passer, so offensively, it doesn't open up his game as much. But Embiid is a great rebounder. You know what I'm saying? Get to the free throw line. You're a great free throw shooter. Stay down there. Get those rebounds. They're gonna hack you. Like,
imagine how much points he would have if he stayed in the paint and got his fouls. That was the only thing that kept Shaq from being the GOAT. If Shaq could shoot free throws, he'd have been scoring 40 points a game.
That's
like if Shaq could have shot free throws, he would have literally been better than Kareem and them. Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. Embiid just plays the wrong type of game. Like he wants to be a guard. And Jokic is a guard that's big. Like he has the mentality to play guard. Like he knows when people are hitting lanes, when people are making their cuts. He has the IQ. He knows what's going on the court. He knows what the defense is doing. And at the same time,
like that,
the way that he moves his body, the way that he utilizes his body, it's not no effort. He's just out there just doing whatever. And it looks crazy when you see it. Like when you watch Joker, you're looking like, what is this guy? Why is he out there?
He been playing like that. You know what I'm saying?
He looked like he drink half a bottle of vodka and go out there and play the game. Like he don't care, bro. He be shooting shots like this and stuff. And bro, I be like, bro, what is this guy doing?
Go ahead. He be playing like that, man. That's how he plays. So a lot of that stuff, it's not like he added that in the league. He was always a big that utilized his passing ability. I mean, if you look up clips from him playing when he was younger, that was in his style. Now, if you look up Embiid, it's a little bit different. Embiid came in the league and kind of he was dominant to a degree to where he was like, all right, I'm going to add this because he's chasing championships. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you add stuff to your game where development for Joker was different because they're like, ooh, you got a nice foundation. If we can develop this to a higher level of what it already is and keep you going on this path, it'll evolve into something else. And that's what they saw. And that's why you see this guy always in the MVP running, triple doubles and all that, like because they capitalized on what he had already been developing and they mastered it. Embiid stopped his mastery of being a big and started to try and develop guard play when he came into the league. And so for me, I think that it can be done, but we have more examples of where it hurt a big or a power forward when they started to add that stuff in the NBA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all the greats, if you watch tape from them when they were kids, they were still doing some of the same moves, some of the same stuff. It's just them years of repetition and developing that same move or them same shots to a higher level, a higher volume. And I agree with you. But we're getting sidetracked a little bit. We got more games to talk about.
Yeah, let's go. We talking about the Joker anyway, so we might as well go Nuggets. Nuggets won 116 to 105. All right, that was actually kind of surprising. I thought that the Wolves would take game one, but Jokic, 25-point triple-double. He averaging a triple-double for the season. And we talked about this the other day. I said this, Jamal Murray goes crazy in the playoffs. He drops 30 points. If Jamal Murray drops 25 or more, the Nuggets won't lose.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't see how they can lose with him scoring 25. Bro is going crazy.
You know, for me, I think this game actually, I think what came down to swaying the momentum of this game was foul trouble early on. The Timberwolves had 6 players in double figures. They led or they tied the Nuggets in steals, turnovers, points off turnovers, fast break points. The Nuggets got to the line more. You know, I'm not saying that's the sole reason they won, but they shot 90% from the line. They got to the line more. Early on in that game, they had some real chippy fouls. McDaniels got like two early ones, and I think Gobert got 2 early ones and then a third. So like certain times where they're getting pulled out, you can't have that against Jamal Murray and Joker because they're going to capitalize. Because it wasn't like a blowout or nothing, you know. And I think we could see more from Ant. Ant had a good scoring game, but I think he has more in the tank. I think the next game is really going to be I think this series is going to be probably the series of the first round. For me, these teams have history. They know how each other play. They're competitive. They were chippy. They're playing physical. So I'm really excited for game 2. I think this wasn't a game that the Nuggets really just outright just beat these guys. I think Timberwolves kind of set themselves back early on in the beginning with that foul trouble in their defense on Joker and Murray. So they got.
I'm gonna say this: Wolves, Jaden McDaniels needs to step it up. 0 for 4 from 3. That's a Federal Way alum right there. So I'm gonna call him out. They need you, bro. You need to step it up. 0 for 4 from 3. You're not gonna beat the Nuggets like that, bro. Minus 17 on his plus minus.
Trouble starts messing with you,
bro. And then the turnovers. I'm looking at the list here because I don't have it memorized. But Rudy Gobert had 3 turnovers. Anthony Edwards had 3 turnovers, and all the starters had at least 1.
Had at least 1, yeah. They weren't taking care of the ball very well.
And then they had a massive amount of turnovers. And the Nuggets didn't have barely any turnovers.
And bro, think about that. That's why I say I think they did it to themselves because they had a massive amount of turnovers, but they tied for points off turnovers. Yeah. I think offensively they weren't taking care of the ball. I think they were playing solid, decent defense, but them fouls was getting that separation. And then
Jamal Murray shot 16 free throws, and he made all of them.
And I think it kind of took McDaniels out of his game because that foul I was telling you about where they called it on Jamal landing on his foot, tried to give him a flagrant. You could tell because when they called the flagrant, he started to get upset, and he was like, we from around the way up here. He's from Washington, so you can like tell the mannerisms. He's like talking to himself, and he's like, man, he's like irritated, so he starts playing. And I think some of those fouls came from him trying to be aggressive and trying to because He's played an amazing year this year. He's really stepped up. He's improved almost everywhere on the floor. He's
definitely cold, and he kind of gets a pass because Aaron Gordon didn't have a great 3-point shooting day either. He went 1 for 5.
Yeah.
Julius Randle also went 0 for 3. So, but
Yeah.
Julius Randle and McDaniels, they can't miss all their threes.
Julius has to really step up.
Yeah. He's right
Julius
there, too.
has to really step up, for real.
They both had 16, but it wasn't impactful 16. Like,
but that's not what we brought you here for. We brought you here to be the other 20-plus guy. McDaniels kind of just grew into the role of, okay, we trust him to be a scorer. He can get us 20-something on any night. He's going to play defense. He can guard 1 through 5. Any switch, we're not really worried. We don't have to, like, overly hedge or send extra help. We could put him on an island. But he kind of developed into a better scorer. Whereas Julius Randle, like, we brought you here to get 20 and 10.
Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling like the Timberwolves are looking at it. So, like, it's not that he's playing bad basketball, but they need more from him. I will say his defense does help. You know, Julius Randle, he's kind of like a bigger body. He's stronger. He can be more
he's
physical,
definitely a defender for sure.
And rebounding. He is a solid rebounder. So.
He's better on defense than
McDaniels.
That's for sure. But, I mean, you just can't have 2 of your starters combined for 0 for 7 from 3 and beat the Nuggets. And then give Jamal Murray 16 free throws on top of that. Like, you're not going to win doing that.
Well, we got to go back to the basics, too. Like, if we're not making threes, we got to start, getting to the cup, getting some mid-range, getting to the free throw, trying to find our rhythm. I've seen it, and we've talked about a lot of games, but I've seen it in a lot of the games that I watched this weekend where teams are trying to shoot their way back into a game.
Yeah.
And it's not helping. And it's
that's the new thing, right? That's the new way. Anthony Edwards didn't have a great night either. I mean, in all accounts, he scored 22, but he went 2 for 9 from 3.
He went 2 for 9 from 3.
Yeah, you can't expect that the Wolves are going to shoot this bad again. So I'm still sticking with my pick.
Either. He didn't look like Anthony either.
Nah, he didn't have a good night last night, but they haven't played good against the Nuggets. The Nuggets kind of got their number because they don't really have an answer for Joker.
That's a tough matchup for them.
I'm not worried about Joker. I'm gonna let Joker do his thing.
They got the size to match. They can match them in transition. You know what I'm saying? So they have the shooters, so they can knock down shots. They can go shot for shot with the Timberwolves. I think that's why this has always kind of been a harder series for the Timberwolves because of how well the Nuggets play together and how well Joker gets everyone involved and not just in the half court set. You know what I'm saying? Like the ball is moving in transition and in the half court set. So that's definitely something that.
Well, and Joker's arguably getting better somehow as he plays more. I mean, like him averaging a triple double as a center it's insane.
I mean, to average that many assists consecutively, like rebounds, like a double for a big, you'd be like, oh yeah, but to average that many assists year after year is insane. That doesn't happen when you have a 5.
Well, especially when Jamal Murray is your point guard.
Yeah.
I mean, Jamal Murray is an elite point guard. He might not be top 3, but I think he's top 5.
Yeah, when he's healthy, he's up there.
And his playoff presence is, bro, like playoff P is nothing on Jamal Murray. You know what
he's not gonna waver. It's almost like he lives for it. He comes out, he's aggressive, he's composed, and he looks comfortable out there. He looks
Eric
like
is Anthony Edwards that dude for real? I think Anthony Edwards is that dude. I think he needs a solid number 2. I think they're one piece away.
I think he is. People got to remember too. Anthony just came off an injury, so I feel like, as explosive as he is, he's not trying to show, and he wants to be there. He wants to be a competitor. But I really do think that's bothering him. I could see it last night a few times. He was kind of wincing the way he was walking. He looked kind of like lethargic at times. You know what I'm saying? After certain moves, kind of just like ooh. But I think he's that guy. I think when healthy, I mean, you can't deny it. He's an offensive threat. He's a two-way player, which is you don't see that a lot in somebody who's a scorer of his caliber. I do think when it comes to his IQ and decision making and being somebody that's going to make the decisions for your team, he still has some growing to do there. He's clutch. He doesn't shy away from those moments. So I think when you talk about being the guy, he has all the traits and the attributes and stuff. So Yeah, no, I'd say he's definitely he's one of them ones for real.
I feel like Anthony Edwards, it needs to be more fundamentally sound. I feel like he relies too much on athleticism. And so when he has these injuries, it shows in his game. Like a lot of guys that rely solely on their athleticism, by the time playoffs comes around, they struggle because you have these injuries, you have these lingering things that hurt your body, right? And come
Yeah.
playoff time, your athleticism drains a little bit. And then you see players not showing up as much. We've seen it before with other guys that just solely rely on athleticism, like Russell Westbrook, right? Russell Westbrook relied on athleticism most of his career. He would have these explosive games, explosive runs, but if he got banged up or anything like that, that was gone. He couldn't do that. He couldn't put up the same numbers. I feel like Anthony Edwards has the same issue. He
Yeah.
relies too much on athleticism. Like when he's healthy, he's one of the best players in the league. When
He
he's
has that
banged
quick
up,
first step, quick burst,
yep,
and it allows him to get the separation he needs and elevate. You take that away, kind of he has to, you can see he has to work harder. And
yeah.
he's like more patient. He's not on as quick of a go because he knows like I don't have that little bit of like actually like same with Russell Westbrook. Shots kind of seem forced more and less kind of like in a fluid motion. He has to take time to work on the his fundamentals. But he'll be back, bro. The Wolves, I think, like I said, I'm sticking to it. I think this is going to be the series of the first round. I think this is going to be the one.
You think the Wolves can still win?
I do. I
I
do.
mean,
After
Denver's
watching the
supposed
game,
to win. They're at home, so
I do. I think they can. It's the playoffs, though, man. Like we've seen teams lose at home and come back. I think it comes down to, like I said, staying out of foul trouble because early on that really did affect the momentum of the game and how they kind of approached, especially when you have, I mean, you have these guys shooting like crazy, and you don't want to foul these guys and have your best defenders who in Gobert and McDaniels who are in early foul trouble. You don't want to have these guys out the game in crunch time when you're looking across the court at Joker and Murray. You need your best defenders in the game in that second half because you don't want them to pull away.
and
You
Denver
know what I'm
didn't
saying?
shoot
So and
crazy
it's
lights out either. I mean, Jamal Murray went
no,
0 for 8 from 3. They basically gave him 30 because he shot 16 times at the line. But you
yeah.
can't give him 30. You can't give Jamal Murray 30 points. Like you're
But
gonna
that's what I'm saying.
lose.
They're fouling him on plays where he's missing too. So now
Mm-hmm.
you're giving him free points. He's getting his momentum. So the big shots that he's hitting, he's feeling good, And now you get a call, you get some of these calls like, not letting the shooter land. It's like I was telling you, you close out on somebody who's one of their best 3-point shooters, but he jumps forward. You can't be under him. You have to let him land. That means you have to stop your closeout to give him enough
Yeah.
space to jump and land forward, so he's getting his shot off. So now after you get 2 fouls or on fouling a shooter, now you're backing up. So like you're still playing hard defense, but it adjusts how you have to guard this guy, which can make it difficult. Then you switch somebody else on him who can kind of be closer and has a foul to give. But now Jamal's going to expose like this guy's not as lengthy, he's not as fast, he's just not as good of a defender. And now I can get him to the I can go to the line, come downhill and get to the line, or I can create my space easier on this person because they're hugging me so close and I'm quick and he has very good ball control and he's the thing I love about Jamal Murray is he loads up quick. He can get up and into his shot very, very quick. So that just makes that's dangerous to guard. And those are real shooters though. It's not like these other, like you were talking about, these other teams that are just forcing up shots. Like when you're guarding somebody who can really shoot off the dribble, who can really run, like guys like Steph Curry, you know what I'm saying? That could really, guys like a prime Klay Thompson. Like you're thinking to yourself, like, how is Klay scoring? He ain't even dribbled. But it's like if you can master like the technicality of the rules and being a shooter, you make it harder for the defender. Now the defender's second guessing themselves. Now they're trying to like play off you but close, and it's like they give you just a little bit of an inch you need. So I think if they can limit foul trouble early on,
We got technical difficulties. We got it. You back?
yeah, I can hear
No, I can't hear you. I'm gonna let you fix your thing. We're gonna go on to the next one. We're gonna talk about this OKC versus the Suns while you fix your all that stuff that you got going on.
Yep.
And let's see here. So the OKC versus the Suns. I'm not even gonna put the score up there because the score was absolutely insane. OKC, we not gonna talk too long about them because they going crazy right now. I mean, I don't know if anybody can beat OKC. In all honesty, they won 119-84. It wasn't even close. It was never close. They were up 20 points, I think, in the first quarter. Hold on, he's trying to re-enter. They were up 20 in the first quarter. It was just a domination from beginning to end. If OKC keeps on playing like this, I don't know if anybody can beat them. They remind me of the Warriors in 2016. Like, I don't see anybody beating them in a series. The only team that I think can get close to beating them is the Celtics. And that's if the Celtics just go crazy offensively and outscore them. And I don't know if that can happen because OKC plays defense. I don't know, chat, what y'all think? Who y'all think is the best team? D White's having some technical difficulties over there. What do y'all think? Let me know. Who y'all got in the finals this year? Let me know something. We got to get D right on his internet, man. OKC, yeah. OKC is them guys, man.
All right, we back.
OKC and Boston, yeah. That's what I'm saying. You said run through the teams real quick. So we got the Trailblazers and the Spurs. They're playing right now. Spurs are dominating them. It's 95-77. You got Celtics and the Sixers, Thunder and Suns, Magic and Pistons, Lakers and Rockets, Raptors and Cavaliers, Timberwolves, Nuggets, and Hawks and Knicks. Those are all the matchups. And I believe whoever comes out the West wins the finals, unless the Celtics go crazy. If the Celtics can outscore the Thunder and play defense, then they have a chance. But the Celtics,
he's saying that because he knows. No, he's saying that because he knows his Lakers finna lose. The Celtics are winning it all.
Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. OKC or the Celtics is a fair. If anybody says one of those two, I'm fine with it. I would like to see you guys go up against each other. Just both teams at 100% and see who wins. Because I feel like you guys are both right there. Like, whoever wins that series, it goes on to have a dynasty for the next few years. Because you're gonna see them at some point.
I think we're gonna see them in the finals.
Yeah, see, I'd be okay with that. That's a finals that I'd be okay with. Because I feel like if anybody else comes out the West or the East, it's a disappointment.
Yeah, we're gonna see them in the finals, and we're gonna send them home.
You think you're gonna send them home?
Yeah,
you're talking crazy right now. The Celtics are nasty.
I'm a Celtic fan.
The Celtics are nasty, but OKC is historically great.
No, they are really good. They like the Suns stand no chance.
OKC be beating people by 40 points just casually. Like, it just don't even be a big deal. They beat good teams by 40.
Mm-hmm. I don't think the Suns have enough. They don't have enough bench. Like, you got to have a deep bench to play against OKC or the Celtics. If you don't have a bench, it's going to be very hard for you to beat them. The Suns literally, I mean, bro, the Suns had 2 points off of turnovers and 2 points off of the fast break. You're not beating OKC like that. OKC is 28 assists, 13 steals, 34 points off turnover, 18 fast break points, 34 points over to 2 and 8 fast break points to 2 fast break points. I mean, there's your 35 points right there.
I mean, bro,
Like, it is what it is.
it's gonna be hard. The Suns don't have the manpower for OKC. I mean, shout out to the Suns for making it to the playoffs. I know you guys, did your thing in the play-in tournament, but they ain't gonna win no series against OKC. Especially not when, barring some kind of major catastrophic injury of some star players, it's hard for them. But shout out to them though. We gonna move on to the real topic, the real team to beat, the Lakers.
In 5 years.
So, look, I'm tired of everybody. I want to say this up front. Everybody counted us out. Everybody was hating on us. Everybody thought that I was hearing we were going to get swept. It didn't matter if KD wasn't there or not. LeBron's too old. They don't have the team to do it. We came out with the dub. We came out with the dub, man.
Phenomenal. You guys played phenomenal. I mean, you guys shot 60% from the field, 52% from the three, and you guys took way less shots than the Rockets. So, I mean, the Rockets were out there trying to catch up to you guys, trying to match you guys' shots, but you guys were being patient, taking the shots that came to you guys. While the Rockets literally, I mean, this speaks a testament to how you guys were playing offensively, because the Rockets won on rebounds, steals, turnovers, points off turnovers, fast break points, and points in the paint, and you guys still won. So that just goes to show how efficient you guys were playing and how much harder they had to play, and they still lost. I think you guys played a great game. That's all I can say, really. I mean, LeBron played great. I mean, Luke Kennard
went crazy. He carried. He backpacked.
He went crazy.
Shout out to Luke Kennard. 27 points, 5 for 5 from 3. Shout out to the white boy. He went crazy. Y'all gonna quit playing my white boys in LA, man. I seen the picture with the Wonder Bread. With the Wonder Bread loaf. I seen the picture. And I don't appreciate it. Oh. KD out the game. KD, hey.
Do you think it changes anything if KD comes back?
Hey, KD, JD, PhD, Lakers in 6. We bringing it back.
I still think the Rockets. They shot 37% on 93 shots. You guys shot like 60 something shots. They were just shooting the ball and couldn't hit nothing.
Yeah, but we got LeBron passing the ball, man. It's a difference. It's levels, man. LeBron had eight assists in the first quarter.
You guys were playing efficiently. They were just running and gunning. And when you guys are playing efficiently, when you guys aren't, taking terrible shots on offense, you guys are moving the ball. When you guys can get somebody that they don't expect to get a groove going, you guys can compete. Not dangerous, but you guys can compete. And I think you guys came out, you competed. I'm curious to see what happens if and when KD comes back. You know if he's coming back next game, or is he still?
They haven't said yet, but I would imagine he's coming back. I don't think they expected to lose game 1. Frankly, I didn't expect us to win game 1, even without KD. We just don't have the personnel for it. DeAndre Ayton scored 19 points and had 11 rebounds. I don't know if he's done that all year. He might have done it once or twice, but he kind of doesn't really. I think DeAndre, he has this thing in his head where like he knows that there's other good players out there. He's not going to see the ball as much as he wants, and he kind of takes a back seat. They kind of talked about this, I think, on TNT. They called it floating. He floats on the court a lot, and he's kind of just out there. But he really showed up last night. 19 and 11. If he can give us 19 and 11 every night, it's going to be a long series for the Rockets. And if Luke Kennard scores 20 points, it ain't going to matter if KD come back or not.
If you guys can make it to Luka and Austin Reeves coming back playing like that,
we're going to lose to OKC in the Western Conference Finals.
You guys might, because, they were talking about that to DeAndre Ayton. He was saying how playing on a team where you have Luka, you have LeBron, you're not one of the top 3 first options. So you kind of telling yourself like, I'm not that guy. And Udonis Haslam was like, no, you still are that guy, like different role, but you still that guy. And when time comes, you know what I'm saying, you can still, but you serving a different purpose now, but you still the same beast. And I think he kind of showed that last night. You got LeBron, taking the helm, you got your 1 and 2 option out. And so he kind of stepped up and was knocking down his shots and everything and kind of finding his groove. I hope he can keep it going into the next game. I'm only curious about when they come back, if they come back in the playoffs, if it's going to affect how anybody else is playing or if the guys can kind of adjust and keep it rolling, you know what I'm saying, and keep playing the basketball that they've been playing. So it's going to be fun to see.
They come back, they let LeBron facilitate. I think they've let Luka facilitate a lot. I don't know if he'll be ready to do that when he gets back. I think they need to let Luka be a scorer.
Luka needs the ball in his hands. LeBron doesn't.
He does. That's the only bad thing about Luka is he has to have the ball in his hand. I don't know, bro.
I'm not gonna say Luka doesn't facilitate. I'm not gonna say he doesn't facilitate, but it's less of facilitation and more of he needs the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
And people kind of react around what he's doing. LeBron is somebody you put the ball in his hands, he's going to facilitate. He's proven it. Like he's taking a backseat to the third option. 8 assists in the first half. Like he's getting everybody involved. Everybody's getting touches. Luka's kind of just he's getting his rhythm. He still passes the ball, but you got to be wide open.
He likes to pass the bigs.
He don't have. If he has any.
Luka likes to pass the bigs.
Yeah,
he prefers to pass the bigs because it kind of makes him more of a threat as he's going. Because he has this weird. It's like Jokic, like how we were talking about with Jokic earlier. He has this weird movement that he does, and it works. But it's hard to play. You have to be accustomed to that game style. And see, that's the biggest difference with Luka and the guys that are on the Lakers is a lot of them haven't played with him as long as Jokic's players have played with him. So they're not accustomed to that style of play yet. Luka needs guys that are familiar with his style, right? He's one of those guys. Like you got to be familiar with how he moves, how he does things. And when he overexerts himself, that's when you see the injuries. He starts trying to do too much. He's caring too much about winning the game. Like they should have took Luka out the game. Luka shouldn't have been playing when he got hurt. He was trying to gun for the MVP that he was never going to win. We all know you're not winning MVP if you don't got the best record. We've seen it time and time again. Whoever has the best record is winning MVP. Luka was never going to win MVP. So why have him in the game? Like if you're JJ Redick, why do this? You know his hamstring is hurting. It was a pre-existing injury. Why do you have him in the game? Take him out the game. You guys take them out the game any other time. Why is he in the game?
Yeah, if he sneezed wrong, he's sitting out. But now he want to just be in the game.
Now you want to have him in the game. Like, no, take him out the game. If we had Luka and AR, this is a no-brainer series. We win this series 4-1. But now this is probably going to be a 7-game series. I mean, realistically, I could see this series going 7 games because the Rockets aren't good. Like, KD is good. KD is good. But the Rockets are they're
Shagun
like, yeah, KD
nice.
go out.
Shagun is nice.
Yeah, they have good players, but they don't have a good team, is what I'm saying. It's like it's KD, go out and do your thing, and if not, we got a guy to back you up. And
they've had to learn. They started out not too good this season. In the beginning, I would agree.
They were terrible last year.
They've had to get their team chemistry, find their groove. So I mean, I'm looking. Yeah, I could see what you're saying, but I still think they're a good team.
In a row, we had to play them back to back, and we blew them out both games. They had everybody.
Yeah, so see them. Like, you guys, Luka and Austin makes it.
No way we beat you. Like realistically, bro, if we're playing any of the other good teams in the West, like if we're playing the Nuggets right now, we lose by 20. With no Luka and AR, we lose by 20. Versus anybody else, there's no way we should have won that game. You think if this series goes to 7 games, Luka comes back?
If you shoot 50 and 40% from the field, you guys lose. You guys shot really well last night. And you guys weren't taking a lot of shots either. That's the thing. It's not like you
They
guys
only
shot
scored
really well.
98 points. They don't have no elite scorer when KD's not on the floor. If KD's there, they dropped 110 on us.
Yeah, they got rid of their only other real in Jalen Green.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's going to be a long series. I'm saying it goes 7 games. Chat, what do y'all think? Let me know who you think is going to win the Lakers series. Lakers and Rockets, who y'all got? I know ODM Slim got the Lakers, so I know what he going to say.
Lakers in 6.
Lakers in 6? I don't know. I'm going Lakers in 7.
I got the Lakers in 6.
I think the Rockets come out and win this next game by 15.
I don't know, bro. If KD don't, because it's his knee, and
KD gonna come. KD suiting up next game. KD suiting up next game.
Man. We're gonna see. I think, yeah, if KD suits up, I mean, it's gonna be a good series. I could see 7. I could see 7 games. You know what I'm saying? What's the news on Luka and Austin Reeves?
They're not really saying. They said indefinite. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means they're not coming back for this series or if it means that they're out and for the foreseeable future. Let's see what they're talking about. I'll look it up just for the sake of the discussion.
I'm pretty sure that indefinitely means the boy's cooked.
It says Luka Doncic just emerged from the Lakers tunnel and joined them on the bench, receiving treatment for his injury. It doesn't really say. They're gonna reevaluate him. It says Lakers head coach JJ Redick out indefinitely. It says they're not going to. It says they don't have an update for him this week, so they're probably going to give an update on it tomorrow because that was last week when they said that. So, I mean, there's a chance that he might come back if it goes to 7 games. I guess it's not impossible. It says there is a chance that he could return in the middle of the series. So, I mean,
they're waiting to get him checked out one more time and get an official.
I think they're trying to see how it goes. Like they're on some. Are we going to see? Yeah. It sounds like they're trying to see how it goes. Like, okay, maybe we can stick. Do we need him this series? Can him and Austin Reeves sit out and we win some games without him, and then they come back and it's just a.
That's a good game plan because then you can give LeBron a little bit of rest in these games. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't have to carry such a heavy load.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this because LeBron came out and said he doesn't want a farewell tour. Do you think LeBron's done after this year, or do you think he goes back to Cleveland and retires?
His contract's up.
He's on the 2-year contract thing. So, like, he does a year and then they re-sign him or whatever. He doesn't ever really, you know what I'm saying? So technically he can play next year. Option. Yeah.
So he has the 2-year with the second year as a player option?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Buddy's coming back. Especially if y'all like don't go to the Western Conference Finals, like Buddy's not coming back.
I kind of, this is going to sound bad, but I kind of hope he doesn't come back. Like, as a Laker fan, I'm like, bro, I mess with LeBron. Tough.
Yeah, I know.
But I think we'll be better if as crazy as that sounds, as wild as it seems to say that, I feel like we're better because of the Luka aspect. feel like we're better if LeBron isn't out there. I feel
Well, I
like
think that's why he took the third option. He's trying to usher his way out of like the main focal point of the offense, the main focal point of the defense. Like he's trying to. I think he's like preparing these guys for that. Um, Otherwise, like if he was still thinking about it, I think he would have played more that first option. He's been dealing with more like ticky tack injuries, taking some more time to himself, not playing games, and his off the court life. He's doing more things, more ventures. So yeah, I don't know. It's looking like this year, or I mean, I only see if he did stay one more year for sure. Like, because it's also Bronny's contract. What is up this year? So he's gotta get re-signed or something.
bro, I don't know anything about Bronny's contract. Bronny is
That's what
not,
I'm saying. Once LeBron don't want to stay there after they cut his son.
bro. Like I respect Bronny. I think Bronny has a place on a bad team. As crazy as that sounds, I feel like
I think it'll help him.
yeah, I feel like Bronny has a place on a team that needs him. Like he could go. You can't tell me that Bronny can't play in Sacramento or the Wizards.
He can play for the Wizards. He can play in Sac. You know,
because I've seen him go off. He has his moments, but I mean, I don't think he has. He's not going to stay with the Lakers when LeBron leaves.
Send him over to the Hornets.
I feel like he would be good with the Hornets. I feel like that's what they need.
Some of them young bulls that play kind of similar play style to him, running gun up and down. He's developed his skill set a little bit. He's gotten his patience. He's gotten comfortable in the G League. He's clearly a little bit more comfortable in the NBA. But get him somewhere where the environment's different. I feel like he's also in a building where there's so much pressure. Like he's not like he needs to have some fun to see if he could really make a lifestyle out of this. You know what I'm saying? So,
nah, for sure. He definitely has that. He plays with his dad, so it's like a stress aspect to it. Of course, like I gotta show up. We gotta win these games. We gotta make this happen. Like you know.
And you play for the Lakers. They gonna talk about the Lakers if they bad or if they good. So you gonna be getting talked about. So it's like, you know, when you over there on a bad team developing, like nobody really care. You know, you can kind of develop in quiet.
Yeah, he ain't been able to develop in no quiet.
Hell no.
Ain't nothing about playing with LeBron quiet. LeBron's on the damn TV every day. Like they make stuff about LeBron and it ain't even nothing to talk about, and they still talking about him.
He'll be in his full street clothes. The commentators will be like, and there's LeBron on the sideline clapping for his teammate. Like, we don't care about this clapping.
So I think it's fair to say that San Antonio, I mean, there is still 2 minutes, but they're up 106-94. Let's take a look at see.
This is the last game of the day, right?
Yeah, we're here, so we might as well talk about it. Super game from Denny. He's got 28, 11 for 20. Wembanyama has 35. Oh my goodness. 5 for 6 from 3.
How many rebounds he got?
Rebounds. He's got 4, it looks like. Nothing crazy.
I know he probably had more blocks than he had rebounds.
He's got 3 turnovers. He's got 2 blocks. But he's got 35.
Okay.
13 for 21. 5 for 6 from 3. 5 for 6 from 3, bro. Wembanyama is 5 for 6 from 3, bro. He's like Steph Curry at 7'5", bro.
That's tough.
I don't know.
7'5" is crazy.
I'm gonna say this, bro.
How do you block that?
It's early to say this, but if Wembanyama doesn't get hurt, he might be the nastiest shit we've ever seen on the court.
He's the next in line for the GOAT conversation if he keeps this up.
With Joker coming in hot, though.
No, Joker's coming in hot, but
if Joker wins another ring, he's top 10 all time in my eyes.
Yeah, especially with his triple doubles.
Nobody's been an MVP and averaged a triple double.
Wembanyama has been the block leader since he came in the league.
He's
about to
7'5". That doesn't count, bro. I'm sorry. No disrespect. No disrespect to bro. No disrespect. But I'm saying, bro, come on, bro. He should be the block leader.
But I'm saying everybody else that was the block leader was like 7 feet tall.
Bro
6'11".
Listen, bro is like a freak of nature. He's 7'5". And he moves like a guard. Like
he has handle. He has handle too.
And he can
like
shoot.
It's not just he can shoot.
Actually
he got handle
too. He can actually shoot. Like it's not like Embiid and AD and these guys where they think that they can shoot and they have confidence in their shot and they hit them sometimes. No, Wemby is actually hitting them. Like he is consistent with his 3-point shooting.
It's all that time he spent with the Monks.
And the Trailblazers, bro, they can't beat the Spurs, bro. I think the Trailblazers they're gonna get swept.
I told you it's gonna be a sweep. They don't got an answer.
Nah, they're gonna get swept.
They're not got an answer.
They're gonna get swept. All right, y'all. Well, we made it an hour and 10 minutes tonight. Everybody came in and showed love. We appreciate everybody coming in and commenting.
Yeah,
hopefully y'all follow the page, man. Shout out ODM Slim, man. Appreciate you showing up. Shout out to Eric too. There was somebody else in here as well. I don't know who it was, but shout out to you.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah, for real. We appreciate all the love. We brand new, so to even see one person in here is love. So we appreciate it. Yeah, man. If y'all don't mind following the page, subscribing to the page, hitting the like button on this live, we appreciate it, man. It goes a long way. But we out of here, man. We're going to be back soon. We're going to try to do 3 times a week. We're going to come with a schedule soon, y'all. So everybody know what's up.
Oh, yeah. Now we off the clock.
We off the clock, man. Salute.